What's up, guys? Welcome to the GSL Code S with Tasis and Artosis. We are here in the final group today for the round of 32.
Yeah,
it's been a fantastic season so far.
We're ending that up, and it is maybe the most exciting group for everyone. Whether or not it is the actual group of death is hard to say because they all been so hard.
We've been pretty off with our predictions on the which day is going to be the most epic day.
Yeah, that is true.
What was the day that we were like, oh, well, guys, today's the day to watch for, and then we were just...
Yeah, it was like not good games at all.
Like
maybe
the smallest number of games, like 10 games or something like that, 11
like
games.
That. Maybe it was a Parting Bill group. No. It was the group with Stork in it, I think.
Yeah, it was the one with
the group with Stork in it, and then it just didn't go like we thought, and like it was crazy. Myungshik and Stork, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, today what we can confirm is there's a lot of fan favorites.
Oh, that's for sure.
That's not disputable.
Like
the games should be great, or maybe one-sided. We'll see.
I hope it's not one-sided. Like this is such a crazy group. Now, take a look who has advanced thus far. We have Maru, Zest, Rain, Stork, Classic, Paralyzed, Parting, Dark, True, Sue, Life, Solar, Sulky, and Shine.
That Terran representation.
Yeah, but the thing is, the way that Supernova did get knocked out was like...
It's very sad.
It was sad. Like, he could have definitely made it through. And
I want Maru to win this whole tournament.
I do, too.
To stop the whiners about the Terran balance. Because, see, guys, like, this game is perfectly balanced. We have a great Terran, though, today. I expect Innovation to get out of this group.
Really? Okay. I expect Hero to get out of this group. Like, absolutely under any circumstance in the whole world, I would be so surprised if Hero didn't make it out.
Well, Hero's playing so well nowadays. He's one of the many Protosses that just looks stellar.
Yeah. Well, he's one of the most stellar.
Yes, he's the stellarist, if you will.
Well, I wouldn't say the stellarist.
Top 3 stellar confirmed.
Top 3 stellar. Yeah, I could put him top 3 stellar. I think that if you didn't put him top 3 stellar, people would be really confused.
I mean, he's playing so well. Protoss nowadays is this race where there's a lot of different ways to play it, and there seems like a lot of right ways to play it. Yeah. And this is rewarding a big...
Are you saying Protoss is so easy it's hard to mess up?
I would say Protoss is so dynamic, you can pretty much do anything, and we'll be casting it going, oh, I like this.
Yeah,
this is not bad. But Hero's one of these guys with the current meta that just, I mean, he looks great. So definitely keep an eye out for him here.
But yeah, he's definitely one of my picks here. And I think, Innovation obviously has a really good shot at getting out of this group.
It's too bad Innovation to get better and better and better because I really thought that he was going to be like the next Flash.
Yeah.
The way it was going. So we'll see exactly.
He still has time.
Yeah, I mean, we still has a lot of time. But anyways, on to our interviews now. In his very first round of 8, he was eliminated. Excuse me, he was eliminated from there, and he's going to be our first interviewee here. Hero. It's been a little while seeing you. How do you feel today? Yeah, it has been a while. I feel pretty good today. I think I'm going to play really well, actually. Whenever I see you, you got a smirk on your face. I'm under the impression you're one of the more confident players. What is your personality like off camera? I'm the kind of guy, even when I lose the matches, I usually get over it right away. And I just focus on the next match.
자, 지난 시즌 처음으로 8강에 올라갔었잖아요. 자, 이번 시즌은 목표가 어떻게 되세요?
Last season was the very first round of 8 for you. What's your goal this time around?
8강에 오르게 됐는데 기대했던 만큼 경기력이 안 나와서
Yeah, it was my first round of 8.
이번 시즌에
I couldn't play as well as I wanted, actually. I was pretty disappointed.
GSL 우승을 노려보도록 하겠습니다.
Well, whenever I go to the matches, my goal is always to win. And actually win the whole tournament, excuse me.
앞서 두 명이 모두 탈락을 하고 말았어요. 이제 혼자서 고군분투하시는 건데.
You've had 2 teammates that have already had Code S matches, but they were already eliminated. Any words to them?
떨어진 팀 동료들은 굉장히 아쉽고 팀 동료 목까지 최선을 다해서.
I feel sorry for my teammates who are eliminated in Code S, so I'm going to do my very best to perform well here today.
자, 이제 김준호 선수와 첫 경기를 치를 이 두 번째 선수 만나보겠습니다. 정말 많은 분들이 기다리고 계셨던 분이죠. 지난 한 시즌만을 비웠을 뿐인데 그 빈자리가 굉장히 컸습니다.
It was actually one season that we couldn't see this player here in Code S, but it does feel like it's been a while.
안녕하세요.
And here he is,
오랜만에
innovation.
오셨는데요. 소감 좀 말해주세요.
네, 정말
It's been a while. Any words? Any thoughts?
이번엔 되게 어렵게 온 느낌이고.
Well, before it was easy to get to the round of 32.
생각밖에 없어요, 지금.
I don't think it's going to be easy anymore, though.
참 이 생애 첫 예선전을 치렀던 이 상대
I'm really just focused on winning my matches here today.
첫 상대가 됐습니다. 이렇게 오랜만에 만나게 된, 대결하게 된.
So you're going up against Hero first. And Hero was the one player who eliminated you in the preliminary matches. Your thoughts?
제가 좀 많이 져가지고 또 준호 형 워낙 잘하기 때문에.
Well, before it was easier to defeat him, but
게임이 될 거라고 생각하고 있어요.
recently it's been really tough for me.
가장 까다로운 상대.
Whenever I go in a match against Hero.
김준호 선수인가요?
What's the toughest opponent for you today?
딱 처음 봤을 때는 준호 형이 좀
Well, when I look
세다고
at the group,
생각했는데 지금은 나머지 분들도 다
I'm actually most worried about Hero.
느끼고 있어요.
네.
But frankly, all three opponents are very strong.
기대하는 선수 사람들이 참 많습니다. 지금 테란이 조성주 선수만이 딱 16강.
There are a lot of Terran fans who are really hoping you're going to advance to the round of 16.
싶은데요.
Any words to them?
테란이 지금 조성주 선수 혼자 올라가 있는데 저도
If I understand right, Mario's the only guy to advance so far. That's Terran.
올라와서 2명은 채울 수 있도록.
I'm hoping to follow in his
네,
footsteps.
마지막으로
And
팬분들이
hopefully we'll have two
많이
Terrans in the round
찾아와
of 16.
한마디 해주시죠.
제가 잘 하길.
Heard you got a lot of fans all over the world. Any words to them?
오늘 꼭 이겨가지고 다시 예전처럼 잘할 수 있도록 하겠습니다.
I know I have a lot of
과연
high
16강
expectations
두
out there for me,
번째
so I'm going
테란이
to try to do my very best here today.
네. 자, 이제 세 번째 선수 만나보겠습니다. 박수호 선수와 마찬가지로 코드 S 최다 지출
Time for our
기록을
third
가지고
player
있는
now.
선수인데요. 자, 이번 시즌 12번째로
He actually has the same record as DRG. This will be his 12th Code S advancement. And here he is, Leenock.
마지막 조입니다. 참 오래 기다리셨죠. 소감 좀 들려주세요.
You've been in the last group here. How are you feeling now today?
것 같은 느낌이 들어서 마지막 조여서
It feels like it's been forever to play in a Code S.
긴장도 되긴 하는데 연습 정말 많이 했기 때문에
It feels very strange to be here in the studio.
대만에서 연습만 했다는 얘기도 들었고요. 그런데 또 그 생활이
It's a
재밌다
broadcasted
이런
match.
얘기도 간접적으로
And I
듣게
really want to show
됐습니다.
off my great
있을
performance.
때랑 생활이 많이 다른가요?
사실 팀 연습실이랑
I heard you had a great time in Taiwan. What? Tell us about that.
바깥에 나갈 때나 어디 그냥 왔다 갔다 할 때 언어 소통이 좀
The
힘들어서
practicing situation in Taiwan is actually not that much different from Korea.
그렇다면
But of course, there's a language barrier.
어떠세요? 잘하세요?
Can you speak any
별로 안 좋은 말만 많이 가르쳐줘가지고
Chinese?
아, 그래요?
방송에서 하기엔 좀
그럼 방송용 혹시
I only know the curse words. So nothing I can say here.
무슨 뜻인가요?
So true.
오랜만입니다.
아, 네. 참 대만말 굉장히 재밌네요. 마지막으로 이동현 선수의 우승 후 세레모니도 이렇게 세레모니를 뽑을 때 빠지지 않잖아요. 이번 시즌 각오 좀 들어보겠습니다.
이번 시즌은
Are you going to do any ceremonies here
정말 많이
today?
연습했고
Since you
또
normally do
이기면,
those? Any plans for that?
한국에 더 오래 있을 수 있다고 있어서
I
꼭
really
이기고
practiced hard for
싶고,
this season.
딱히 세레모니 준비한 건 없는데
And I know a lot of fans want to see me
저도 모를 것 같아요.
dominating Korean
어떤
tournaments,
활약
so
저희도 참 기대가 됩니다. 자, 이동현 선수 오늘 활약 기대해 보겠습니다. 고맙습니다.
I want to pull out my best performance today.
네. 자, 이제 오늘
Excuse me.
H조 마지막으로 나서는
That tasteless
선수를
throat clear.
만나보겠습니다. 오늘 이동현 선수와 마찬가지로
Yeah, time for our final player here in our final group.
IM의 박현우
Just
선수
like Leenock,
만나보겠습니다.
Code X,
안녕하세요.
It's Code S's home turf, basically. It's going to be Squirtle.
했는데 아쉬운 결과가 나왔습니다. 이번 시즌 소감 들어볼게요.
일단 코드에서 올라온 거에 되게 기분 좋고요. 오늘
You almost made it to the round of 8 last time, but then couldn't get any further. How are you feeling today?
I'm
I'm feeling pretty confident today.
올라가게 됐는데 자신이 인정하는
And I'm really hoping to make it to the round of 8.
박현우 선수를 말씀을 해주셨습니다. 어떠세요?
SK Telecom Party mentioned you. That you're one of the 3 players that he actually admires. And he says you have a lot of ability. What do you think about that? And he says, I'm really grateful that Party mentioned me and that he looked up to me.
박현우 선수의 마음도 궁금해요. 박현우 선수가
I hope I can pull out my best performance as
어떤가요?
he's expecting to see here from me today.
일단 잘하고 뭐 재밌는 동생인 것 같고요. 네, 제가 봤을 땐 요새 토스
Any words
중에서 제일
to
잘하지
Party
않나
here?
생각해요.
And he said, I think he's really great Protoss player.
박현우 선수와 비교를 하면요.
And he might be one of the very top,
잘하죠.
not one, excuse me,
네,
just the top
그렇군요.
Protoss out there.
자, 오늘 다시 한번
And I think he's a lot
도전합니다.
better
이번
than me.
시즌 목표와 함께 마지막으로 한마디 해주시죠.
일단 이번 시즌은
Your goals for the
8강까지
season?
일단 가보고 싶고요. 네, 오늘 동영이도 각오가 좀
Well, I'm going to try my
대단한
best to make the round of 8 first and foremost.
네, 제가
And I think
열심히 해서
Leenock
다음 보내겠습니다.
알겠습니다. 과연
prepared really, really well for today.
비행기를
But
타게
I'm gonna try my
만드는지
best to
한번 지켜보도록 하겠습니다. 오늘 활약 기대하겠습니다.
try my best to basically take them out.
네, 이렇게 해서 오늘 마지막 조
And
H조에
now
나서는
we're done with our interviews,
선수들을
Artosis.
Yeah,
You want me to interview you? How are you doing, man?
I'm doing really
Any
well.
thoughts to your foreign fans out there, Artosis?
Thank you for supporting me. I'll try to make good games.
Yeah, I'm going to try to show my best performance here today in the cast, and
I'll try hard in the future.
and Tastos is fighting.
Those were actually kind of some interesting interviews there. First off, Leenock with 12 GSL Code S.
I had no idea,
sick.
actually. He's such a fixture here, but I didn't know it was 12 now.
Here's the thing, though. He also was in, I believe, the first 3 open seasons of GSL. So, like, I think he actually has 15. I know he was in at least some of them. It's so ridiculous, tasteless.
I forgot my water bottle here today, so we're sharing one, which I keep trying to prop up on the table so it'll fall over. So Artosis is trying to talk to me while trying not to have this thing roll off the table. I didn't know you would bring it up so soon. I was going to be doing this the whole cast, but I got
I'm like,
it's
wow.
not as fun to do this whole we're stuck in the back of the high school library and I'm throwing spitballs at you.
Yeah. So
You already called me out for it too quick.
sorry. Yeah, but that's kind of interesting. Leenock's been in so many seasons. I'm not sure if he's in all 3 opens, but I think he was. And I also like that Parting called Squirtle one of the top Prodosses that he admires. Because without Squirtle, Parting wouldn't be where he was.
Yeah, I mean, Squirtle had some of the most refined builds out there.
And they were on the same team, and like Parting just came up with better control using Squirtle's builds.
Yeah.
So
it's
just
true.
throwing that out there. It's kind of cool.
Here's our first player, Hero. Currently, I didn't realize he was ranked 6th. Wow.
Yeah, he's
up there now.
He's kicking ass, man. Of course, this guy got 2nd place at the IEM World Championships in Katowice. And, he's one of the top Pro League players at the moment. He's just killing. He's kicking ass all over the place, man. He's such a strong Protoss. He's not a murderer. We don't want him to go to jail, but he's, like, kicking ass.
No,
for sure.
he's the murderer that got away with it. He's the killer.
I thought he was the hero.
Well, it depends on what kind of storyline you're looking at.
Yeah.
Dark hero, maybe. This guy takes out a lot of nerds.
Well,
he's deadly.
We'll see if he can take out this next nerd coming up, Tasteless. Innovation.
I am actually such a fan of Innovation.
I know you are. You really are.
I am a fanboy.
Yeah.
Why else would I have that poster above my bed? All 3 of them.
Yeah, and you tried.
First thing I see when I wake
brought
up
in
is
an innovation poster. 3 times get Innovation to sign it, but all 3 times he was too nervous to ask. It was really. I'm like, Tastes, do you want me to do it for you? He's like, yeah, can you do it for me?
I was like, just tell him. I go up to Innovation. I'm like, this is for my sister. And he's like, you don't have a sister. And I'm like, ah! And I run out of the room. Make it out to my sister named Tasteless.
Well, this guy is a pretty badass player. Now, if he doesn't make it to the round of 16, we only have 1 Terran there. That's the worst distribution ever of all time.
In the history of the world, according to GSL race stats.
We had 1 time where there were 2 Prodosses in round of 16. That's our previous record for bad. So this is either going to tie it today or beat it.
We'll have to see. Our first map is going to be Frost. The loser picks the next map. I really want to see Innovation go on, and also for the sake of StarCraft and the GSL, I want 2 Terrans to be in the round of 16.
Yeah, I would appreciate that as well. It's too bad that Supernova just wasn't as good a player as Solar with the drones versus the SCVs, or we'd already have 2
Your
Terrans up there.
funniest cast yet. It's drones versus SCVs. You go, okay, who's the better player? Which race is better?
It's true.
So funny.
And it turned out that Zerg is better than Terran.
Zerg is better than Terran.
And
No,
Solar
the
is
drones
better than
versus
Supernova.
SCVs. Yeah, apparently.
All right. So this should be a good match, Tasteless.
I'm pumped. You guys should be pumped at home too, as game number 1 in our first best of 3 in our final group here. The round of 32 is about to begin here at the GSL Code S. In the upper left, we have one of the newest best Prodosses around. He is
CJN2's hero, Kim Junho.
very focused right now. And his opponent down here in the bottom left, one of the only Terrans left.
Acer Innovation 이신형.
If I had my own GSL intro, when it came in on me, it would go, Nick, tasteless plot.
As it should.
Soundbite right from my stream. Damn, man. That's like a book.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing that's kind of funny about the Korean language. On Twitter, it's so powerful. Twitter's like an actual blog.
Yeah.
You can get so much done with 140
it's 140 characters. It's 140 characters for Twitter with the English characters, but in Korean, yeah, it would be 140 boxes, right? So.
And each box has between 2 and 4 letters.
Technically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on, Artosis, but it can't be good
it's
because
bright
Hero
in
paused.
here. That light, it's in my eyes.
Oh, all right. Is that better now?
It's like, now it's pure darkness. Is that okay?
All
He's
right.
like, but I don't use a backlit keyboard. There has to be an in-between. You look at your keys when you play? How good are you?
I've always heard the feel like, oh, I have to have my keyboard light up in the night. I'm like, you look at your keys? Like, don't you just kind of
The thing is, when I play in pitch blackness, which I do sometimes, I realize that every now and then I glance down.
Every now and then.
Like, just every now and then I glance down. I'm like, oh, crap, I can't quite see.
Yeah.
It's weird because I'm not even sure what I look down for, but I've just realized over time that occasionally I do. Does that mean I'm weak?
It means you're bad, Artosis. You blew your cover, man.
Oh, now everyone knows. They need to get him a pair of sunglasses. I think.
Are we
gonna
play? We're gonna play some more Starboat tomorrow.
Oh yeah, definitely. Let's play tomorrow.
Let's do some more Starboat. Let's have a Starboat date.
Yes, agreed.
On the internet, if you guys haven't played Starboat, it's actually fantastic. It's StarCraft
it's really
2 mod.
fun.
It's like a mix of Brood War and StarCraft 2.
Yeah,
it's really good. Just type in Starboat in the arcade. I think it's StarCraft 2. We've been playing that like nonstop. It's nice. It's like a new RTS to play.
Yeah. It's very fresh after so many years of StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2 to play something that's kind of both.
Yeah, it's like I feel like when I'm playing it, like I have this background that I can use, but
it's
not
still,
everything applies necessarily.
Still
like I'm still feeling it out. Yeah.
It's really fun. Now, look at this. We actually have a Nexus First
This
opening.
is not common nowadays.
No, it's certainly not. And it looks like it's going to be a Reaper opening here from Innovation.
Mm-hmm.
And in my experience...
Wow, Innovation. From Virginia. Welcome.
You're from the middle of Innovation? They don't have earbuds in. They can't hear us. They're lost, tasteless. So we have the Reaper on the way.
That's the best way to put it, man.
Yeah. But you know what? The thing is, I think that one of the reasons why Nexus First kind of fell out of popularity is Reaper openings. By the way, I don't think we have game sound on the English stream right now. I'm not sure. Maybe it's just our headsets. But
I don't have any game sound in here. You guys, well, if you guys don't have it, then we wouldn't have it. So can't be that complicated. Like,
yeah,
people
I don't know. I don't know.
We'll try to get that resolved coming up here.
Yeah. Anyways, I feel like this Reaper definitely can get a lot of damage, and we'll see how good the micro is of Hero. Of course, he's got some great micro, so maybe he can really minimize probe losses, but I expect some probes to die. Between 2 and 4, I think.
Speaking of that, the Reaper's now coming up here. Now going for the probes on the gas here. And
nice
let's see if he actually gets one. Yeah, so far so good. The Zealot's now chasing down that Reaper, but the Reaper can actually run circles around that Zealot easily.
You want to ignore the
Literally.
Reaper. I mean the Zealot, sorry.
Yeah.
Because the Zealot is like, it takes you forever to kill. And the thing is, against this build, you can kill the Zealot before anything comes out. But and it looks like that's what he's going to go for, because this has been like zoned out pretty well.
Yeah.
And he has good building placement, so he can't get behind. This is the only place he can really hit. But yeah, killing like 2 probes is way better than killing the Zealot at this point in the game.
Yeah. He does get out now. The Nexus has finished up and the Stalker's out. So this is pretty much the end of the Reaper harassment. He might keep this out here to try to scout in later on. And we have +1 attack coming up here as well.
Very quick upgrade there for Innovation. Starting his Marine production as well. In the meantime, Hero has held this like really, really well. That between the building placement and that nice Zealot micro, he's really not lost. Has he lost even 1 probe? I don't think he did.
No, he has not lost a single probe yet.
Just mining time and some health off of everything.
Here comes the Mothership Core now. Looks like he won't get a single SCV kill. But he will just interrupt the mining, which is always, something's always worth it.
Parting would have killed 3 SCVs there, Tasteless. Command center would have to be repaired by that mule. That was partings. All right, so Stim on the way. I have Twilight Council coming up for Hero. Huh. I wonder if he's going to go for just like a 2-base Blink Stalker build. Not a bad choice.
He could. The pressure's on the Terran to match the Protoss when you see a fast expand like this. Fast expanding was actually one of the latest builds discovered against Terran in StarCraft Brood War. It was discovered very, very late. And it was incorporated early on here in StarCraft II, but it was kind of phased out of the meta here.
Well, he does scout and sees exactly what's going on. He knows that, in fact, this is a blink opener. The thing is, when you scout it, they don't have to stay on the blink opener. They can fake it. They can still go for it. They can just make another Nexus. And it looks like here, it's going to be a blink all-in, not just a blink build.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
This is, we're about to see no more probes be made here. So he is going to hit hard. And with the Mothership Core coupled in with the Stalkers, he can hit in a lot of different areas. So
yeah.
Innovation's going to have like completely solid play from here.
Yeah, he has to basically defend this perfectly. You know, this is a build with 7 gateways that can break through and just kill you. If you make one misstep, you're dead.
It snowballs really quickly if the Terran loses control of the game.
Oh yeah, like it's just it's almost just over if Terran messes up at all.
Uh-oh, got to be careful there. You cannot lose the Mothership Core. He did bait out a time warp.
That's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, that's definitely not what Hero wanted to see there.
Yeah, that was a
It's like
a
the
big
spell
mistake
that he would be using in this attack. He had to use that just to keep the Mothership Core alive. He has to keep it alive not just for the spell ability, but because it can see up the high ground.
Yeah, and already we see a couple more gases for Hero, by the way. I think
oh my god, look how well this is placed. Oh, I actually thought Protoss wouldn't see the bunker from there. I was going to say, if he blinks up there and then discovers there's a bunker, that's it.
Yeah, the thing is, as soon as he had to throw down that time warp and like he's realizing that Innovation knows what's going on and everything, he's thrown up 2 more gases and is getting a robo. So I think he's realized that although he wanted to do this like ridiculous blink attack, it doesn't look like it's going to work in its current form.
Yeah, this is really good by Hero though to just shift gears. Oh, nice job here. That was really good. Just to take out some SCVs. But yeah, Hero's doing a really good job just shifting gears. Because frankly, once you know, the bunker got up and the time warp was baited out, this Stalker all-in was not going to work. So Protoss can still play a functional game from here, but this is not the path he wanted to take ideally.
Well, you know what? He's getting that 3rd Nexus. He has enough Stalkers that this is still a little bit scary. Innovation's figured out that this basically isn't happening. He hasn't seen the Stalker count go up. There hasn't been any blinks in the main base or anything. So he is holding it. He's canceling his bunkers off, getting his upgrades, and he's going to have a very strong army that's going to be kind of hard to stop. And that's why we see Chrono here, especially on that Psystorm.
Here's the 3rd base, by the way, for the Terran. Being taken. This game should actually go out to a pretty long, drawn-out game. We actually have the factory now making a 2nd reactor here.
Might be for Widow Mines.
That's what I was thinking.
Widow Mine Marauder, somewhat popular. Was super popular for a little bit. Right now it's kind of normalized. People use it sometimes.
Yeah, here and there. The Terran Army's now moving out. Now he's got to be really careful, because these infantry units do have stim and medevacs. They can attack in and they can escape pretty easily. And it looks like he's actually interested in putting some pressure over here onto the 3rd base. And if he actually gets over with a stim in time, he can cut down the Nexus.
Well, these Zealots coming up right now. And Charge just about to finish, so he will be able to hold this off. Innovation does not want to risk against that many Charge Zealots this army.
Totally not worth it, yeah. Well, he does keep Terran, the Protoss pinned in his base. By the way, you can really see the confidence after that all-in from Innovation by the fact that he's actually making the command center on the low ground.
He realizes that, you know, when you're blink all-in, because his SCV saw the extra gates at the natural after seeing gates in the main, so he saw that it was a 7-gate, and after something like that, you have to actually go all the way home. You can't be out on the map with the Stalkers, or the Terran attack will just kill you. So he realizes, hey, I can be a little bit extra greedy here, because your all-in build didn't work, and you're trying to transition.
Well, we have Innovation now pushing up through the middle here. Hero in a very defensive posture, which he should be. That's a sign that he's playing very well here. His Innovation is definitely in control of this game. By the way, with even a supply lead here. Hero backed up. He's actually getting a second forge now to get the attack upgrades.
Yeah, he's really got to play like that, to be honest. You know, he's adding some cannons to make sure that he's going to be safe, and just, you know, getting his whole tech tree and upgrades going, because he knows that the way to win this now is a long game. It's not like he's going to have any mid-game timing after going for 7-gate blink and having it do almost 0 damage.
Yeah. And what Innovation can really just do from here is have his army spread out and kind of pull the Protoss apart. The Protoss to play perfectly. That was an overkill storm. Terran now stimming and coming forward here.
Oh man, takes out that Robo immediately, and that means no detection with 2 Widow Mines here.
Yeah.
That's kind of rough.
I don't think he even has an observer out right now. There's actually no observer out. Yeah,
that was, he got it right before any observers got out. So now we see 2 Robos being made, realizing he needs to get into Colossus Tech ASAP.
Now the Protoss is just going to push him out a little bit here. But this is a really scary moment because Terran really has the initiative. I mean, he's got the supply. Again, the Robo was taken out, so he's now making 2, but that means the Widow Mines are going to be very strong. Speaking of which, we see more Widow Mines coming up here now.
Yeah, he's got 9 medevacs as well, so this army heals up very quickly if it gets out alive from under these storms. Does continue to micro here, bringing back these Zealots into the Widow Mines. As they do run away, they take those Widow Mine hits, and oh man, Innovation just tearing this army apart right now.
He's continuing to stim and attack forward here. I think barely with the next wave, the Innovation System here, he might get the 3rd. If Protoss isn't controlling this perfectly.
He might. You know, these Widow Mines have really done a lot of work and are continuing to do so, and as they recharge, this feels like it's harder and harder for Hero.
Yeah, another storm coming down here. He really needs those storms to work. He might even want to inch forward with these Widow Mines a little bit.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's fully aware that there were no observers this entire time.
I think he realized now.
Yeah. Again, another nice stim up here. This just barely might be enough.
Looks like he is going to be able to eliminate all of these units for Hero. And even if Hero stays alive, it looks like he's going to lose the 3rd base, and he's lost every important unit.
Yeah,
there's no comeback strat from here.
Yeah, he's back to square 1, and it looks like he just wants to back up just barely.
I mean,
he is gonna... Colossus could make a difference here. Oh, by the way, Widow Mines.
I'm pretty sure he just loses the Nexus. I can't even imagine him holding this. Look at that. Oh, man, Widow Mines everywhere.
Ouch. Get out, he says. GG.
That was some mana right there. 5 mules.
Mana mules dropping down. He's like, I just did that.
He's like, bomber who? Really well done by Innovation. You know, the fact that he got to scout that build was very important to that game and how it went. And he reacted perfectly, as we were talking about. If you don't react perfectly, you're in trouble, but he did. So Hero backed up into another build, try to turn it into a macro game, but Innovation skills too high for that.
Innovation looks very scary back there. From start to finish, that's the Innovation that I have a man crush on.
Yeah, I'm sure the whole internet's going crazy right now.
I'm just too nervous to get him to sign my mouse pad because he's just so good. I'm like, what if I say the wrong thing? That's the kind of guy I am.
Well, I mean, he'd probably laugh at you and say, no, I'm not going to do that for you, Texas.
I would be like, can you sign my mouse pad? And he would just punch me in the throat and kill me.
Mouse pad? Get out of here. That's what he would say.
You're so
That's what his voice sounds like, too.
Yeah, man. His voice sounds like this. Game number 2 here. The map will be decided by Hero.
Let's see.
Habitation Station is going to be the map. That's interesting. I didn't think that was going to be one of the maps picked here.
I guess, you know, it's a small map. Maybe he wants to open up with Stargate tech. It can be strong there.
You think Innovation will go for merry-go-round if he loses this?
I think that there is a good chance of that, yeah.
Yeah.
I think merry-go-round is a pretty good choice in TVP. I really think that that's a really hard map for Protoss overall in every matchup.
Yeah.
Even PvP.
Really hard for the Protoss, that's for sure.
Protoss loses every time almost in PvP.
Habitation Station. This is, of course, the map with the gold base. Although we don't see that as much of a factor in this matchup. It's not like PvZ where we're like, oh god, how is this going to look?
Some Terrans do like to float here in this matchup. There's some really interesting builds that can be done.
Are we going to see some floatery?
We could see some floatery.
Some Tom floatery, as they call it?
Thomas floatery on Habitation Station. Those are gold minerals, tasteless.
Nice. It is time now for game number 2 here in our first best of 3 today. Hero against Innovation here at GOMTV.